A level 12 political earthquake slammed into the Western Conservative Summit this weekend, and nobody saw it coming. The shockwaves are just now beginning to ripple around the globe, and this is going to change the face of conservative politics and our nation's politics forever. For those of you who haven't heard, only 6 months in to the Biden administration, the former president has lost a poll not on the national stage, but amongst conservatives. When asked to vote for all candidates they approve of for president at the Western Conservative Summit Conference, Governor Ron DeSantis of Florida beat the former president by almost 3 full points. And this is only 6 months in. What do you think it's going to be in 2 years? Because amongst conservatives, there's a question going around, and no one can answer it really all that well without coming to a very difficult conclusion. Everything that Governor DeSantis has done, everything the state of Florida has done, whether it be ban critical race theory, or hold China accountable, or big tech accountable, or keep boys out of girls' sports, or to take on the CDC and defeat them in federal court, among so many other things, why could that not have been done on a national level in the previous 4 years? What is our governor doing that makes the liberal media powerless? It's real simple. It's professionalism. It's professionalism and using thought, not feeling, to direct your day's activities. Now, what I was showing here is that only a few months back, it wasn't even close back in March. The former president, 55%, Governor DeSantis, 21%, Kristi Noem, Nikki Haley, Mike Pompeo, all in low single digits. Even when you took the former president out of the poll, Governor DeSantis, 43%, Kristi Noem, 11%, the president's son, even the president's daughter made that poll. This is the question being asked. If this guy was really just a puppet, so to speak, of the former president, how did he beat the former president in a poll head-to-head? It's a tough question. It's a tough question. It means you're going to have to sit down and have one of those talks with the mirror about who this guy really was and why things are now getting done in the state of Florida that should have been done a long time ago. Even the betting markets that are pretty cold are now saying that if our governor were to run, he would win. In fact, he's more likely to be nominated if he would choose to do this. Now, it's a win, kind of a win-win for Florida. Not really. I'm not a giant fan of our governor even considering doing this. I'm not, because the national stage doesn't benefit the state of Florida, and we're a republic. We elected Governor DeSantis, independent of any other consideration. This was July 2019 versus February of this year versus other political candidates in Florida. The green is Marco Rubio, the yellow is Rick Scott, the gray is undecided. As you can see, stock has gone way up. Now here's the real story. If you go back to CPAC, Ivanka Trump outperformed Mike Pence. That's right. If you go back to CPAC poll, Ivanka Trump outperformed the former vice president. Now, the real question here is this. When given a choice to choose, who did the former president choose and why? Could have chosen Ivanka. Could have chosen former VP Pence. We saw how that turned out. This was clearly yet another mistake. Now imagine, just for one moment, a DeSantis, Ivanka ticket. And what that could mean if our governor were to go to the national stage. And here's that article from Salon. I don't think a lot of people knew about this. She has kept her head down, and I think she's wanted to kind of stay out of the limelight. But this is the reality. So many of the people that the former president chose himself to surround himself with have now become enemies. When at one time, and this is March 2, 2021, this guy's stock was a lot higher. And those of you who think I'm being confrontational, I'm trying not to be. But make no mistake, if there starts to be this little tete-a-tete between the Trump lovers and those supporting our governor, that's not a problem. We'll keep Governor DeSantis right here, and we'll start tacking up signs at the Georgia-Alabama border that say go away and stay away permanently. You want to go visit Disney? Go visit Disney, but go home as soon as you're done. Because we've done it the right way, and we've shown that we can do it the right way. Over on Twitch, I kind of got into it with this. Actually, I have a couple of people that will always try to find a negative in the good news, the great news coming out of Florida about proper governance, whether it be food shortages or increased prices or the lack of availability of affordable housing, whatever, inflation. You see, and this is from this video that we did back on 15 June about a Simpsons prediction, talking about people wanting to be left alone and why in the world would you ever go into an office, especially full of liberals these days, if you could work from home? Why risk offending them? You could wear something that offends them. It's just so easy these days. You just look at them the wrong way. You could have something on your desk that, they don't like the color of, and automatically you're canceled and, fired. Why would you do that? Even CNN is talking about this reality. And this is from CNN from today. The U.S. economy is never going back to normal. And this is why. Those who do not have to go be around people are not going to go be around people. And those who do choose to be around people, they're going to be around people of a like mind. And that's all. And you can say I'm being divisive. It's just too risky, liberals and Democrats out there listening to me. It's just too risky to be around you. You see, conservatives don't have big tech on their side. See, if we offend you in any little way, liberal, Democrat, you can go to your allies on Facebook and Twitter and everywhere else, and you can cancel people and have them fired from their jobs and have them publicly shamed and humiliated. And the big tech masters will support you because, of course, you're attacking a conservative. It doesn't go the other direction. It's only a monodirectional thing, the canceling part. So being around you doesn't pass the risk-reward analysis. If we don't have to, we aren't going to be. And you can thank yourselves for that. But amongst conservatives, we're going to have this come to Jesus moment about what conservatism really is and about what it really means. At this conference, the lead speaker was our Attorney General, Ashley Moody, and the final keynote speaker was our governor. And at the very end, he quoted the Bible, talking about putting on the full armor of God and holding up the shield of faith going forward. I don't remember the former president talking about ever having any need for such a thing. This is the difference in Florida. We're not ashamed of our values. We don't try to hide our values. We don't just nominate certain people to make people believe that we have Christian value. And don't deny that's why Pence was on the ticket. It's exactly why he was on the ticket in 2016. And that's why he's losing. It's just the reality. People can smell a rat. And they're starting to. And it's only 6 months in now. Only 6 months in to the Biden administration. And an actual conservative, an actual real conservative stands up in a position of power in Florida. And look what has gotten done. China, big tech, critical race theory, boys out of girls sports. So many different things. Even, and if you think I'm kidding about the problem that the Trumps have with Mr. DeSantis, it's covered down here. Because it was something that the former president's son said. Junior suggested DeSantis should be the nominee if the former president does not run again. And here's a quote from Junior. Quote, "If I'm going to be totally objective about it, why would you be any other way? I think you know what Ron DeSantis has done in Florida is outstanding." He added, quote, "I mean, he didn't fall for the narrative. I think he's learned, perhaps through watching the former president, you know what the media will try to do to you if you do take those kind of stances." Let me be very clear. Our governor did not learn anything at all from the former president. In fact, the former president and his son could take a few notes on how to act properly, how to act professionally, how to educate yourself, understand what you're talking about so that when you're confronted, you can just answer calmly with the facts, like our governor has done over and over and over and over again on a myriad of topics. So, for those of you that got your feelings hurt by this video, I'm sorry, but that's just the case. It's just the reality. 6 months in, this is the reality. Wait till you see what's going to happen in the next year. God bless, like, share, subscribe. We will see you tonight on Twitch.